Good evening, good afternoon, I guess. Maybe good morning if you're still on the West Coast.
You know, we've got fans all around the world, so it's morning somewhere, right?
There you go. The sun never sets on the Derbyverse.
No, it doesn't.
This is the Junior Roller Derby Association World Championships. My name is Bobby Narco. I'm joined by Daryl B. Payne. And our producer is going to be Death Nella.
Oh, yeah.
We have a matchup today between the Seattle Derby Brats Galaxy Girls and the Gotham Girls Junior Derby All-Stars. Seattle Derby Brats have earned their place. Gotham had to battle their way into this match. Seattle, by virtue of the higher ranking, was seeded this position. Take you quickly through the non-skating officials. We have Andy Oakley, Hef, David Reed, Barney Trouble, Mr. Danger, Allison Starkey, Eval, Belinda Johnson, and Mama Panda. Daryl B. Payne, tell me who the referees are going to be.
Oh, we've got quite a crew out there today. We've got Ref in Peace. We've got STO Nasty, Killa Key, Judge Double Wapner, Tricky Ricky, Lucinda Knickers, and Karma. This is a very seasoned crew we've got out there.
Indeed. Skating for the Gotham Girls Junior Derby All-Stars. Gotham's going to be skating in white. Number 13 is Sugar Cookies. Number 25 is Smacklemore. Number 26 is Baby Bangs. Number 27 is Cookies and Scream. Number 29 is Hazard. Number 36 is Rough Tuft. Number 4 is Killer Vegan. Number 616 is Quest Shove. Number 666 is Little Orphan Slammy. Number 9 is Megalass. And the captain, number 22, Claire Higgins. Coaches for the Gotham Juniors Roller Derby All-Stars are Puss in Glutes, Bellatrix, and Jim Reaper.
All right, and over wearing the black today are the defending back-to-back world champions, Seattle Derby Brats Galaxy Girls, one of the oldest and most storied programs in junior roller derby. You can't say enough about them. Coach Luna Negra out there, along with Ellie Like, who is a graduated, aged-out junior skater who's now helping the program, and Devlin Slide are the coaches for them today. And wearing number 021 is the Iron Rabbit. 1000 is Defina. 15 is Threatening Thunder. 180 is Rival E. Number 20 is Bella DeBrawl. 23 is Afro Jamurai. Number 29 is Anita Getcha. 411 is Fist Fight. 66, and one of my favorite names, Frank the Bunny. Gotta love these names, are amazing. Number 722 is Rashid. Number 10 is Wheels of Mass Destruction. 789 is 7 Skate 9. A little play on words there, a little tricky, but you gotta love it. Then we've got number 8, Brady O'Flyer. Number 80 is Mad Taco, and 911 is a Milator, and we are about to get underway.
All right, great timing.
You'd think we've done this before.
All of a sudden, the pack backs up against that jammer line. Jamming for Seattle, we have Threatening Thunder, Smacklemore, the jammer for the Gotham Girls.
Now, if you've never had the privilege of watching Threatening Thunder, she always wears some sort of a skirt, and that kid has amazing footwork, but she got a little cute on the inside line and has gone to the box for a cut track.
And Smacklemore picks up lead jam for the Gotham Girls Junior Derby All-Stars.
Now, an interesting tidbit is I watched these two teams play each other once before.
Oh, okay.
And almost everybody is back from the matchup that they had last year at Champs. So this is going to be an interesting.
These teams know each other.
Yes, so these teams have some familiarity. And Seattle may have aged out a handful of skaters from last year, but almost everybody that was eligible to come back is back this year. So you've got the savvy average 7 years of skating for all these SDB Galaxy girls going up against a really strong up-and-coming team in Gotham. Gotham's a team to keep your eye on, folks.
Sure. And I think it goes without saying that both of these teams have big sister teams that are really well internationally ranked.
You know, Rat City and Gotham, you might hear about them every now and then.
Yeah, it's same with Seattle. So initial pass completed by Threatening Thunder. One Grand Slam picked up by Smacklemore. Let's see if there's any more coming in.
Yeah, she picked up that
granny
second
and
one.
second and a 3, it looks like. No? I just saw the fingers wrong. 2 Grand Slams.
2 Grand Slams.
10-0 first blood to the Gotham Girls Junior Roller Derby All-Star.
Well, I don't know about your eyes, but my eyes tell me I'm looking through not only a cyclone fence, but then I'm looking through a hockey puck net to keep me from seeing what their little fingers are doing down there. So I'm going to wait until they pop that official score from now on.
There you go. There you go. And also we have this computer screen also kind of a little bit in the way. So, jamming for Seattle, we have Rival E. Killer Vegan is the jammer for the Gotham Girls All-Stars. And Seattle is in black. Yeah, lead jam to Seattle.
Yep.
Lead jam's going, alternating the first two jams.
Now that penalty to Thunder on that first jam definitely helped the cause because she did get out quickly, but once again, she dragged that foot just over the line and picked up that cut track.
Got a star pass for the Gotham Juniors. That's going to number 13, Sugar Cookies.
Yeah, they were having a little bit of difficulty making that initial pass there, so they went with a star pass, and it was a good option. It's going to force this jam to go a little bit shorter.
Well, they're still on the initial, though.
Oh, pardon me, you're right. Got reabsorbed right back into that mess. And this is why I don't skate anymore.
That's all 5 points for the Seattle Galaxy Girls.
And right there, that's just great heads-up jamming, almost untouched on that pass. That is pack awareness that you can't pay for. You've got to have a lot of experience to grab those 5 points when they come.
Seattle went from 5 points to 20.
I mean, this is the nightmare.
Oh, we got a track cut.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
So 2 jams in a row where the Seattle jammer has gone to the penalty box.
Now, that's very uncharacteristic for a Galaxy Girls team. They typically run on the low end of the spectrum when it comes to penalty count, especially their jammers. So it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of iron out the little kinks in the system right now.
Finally, the initial pass. Oh, I spoke too soon. Nice block by number 23. That is Afro Jamurai.
That's Afro Jamurai. Now, the interesting thing about Afro Jamurai there, if you don't know, Afro Jamurai's played also on some open division teams, but this is where she wanted to be this weekend, so she's playing with the Galaxy Girls.
Very good. 2 more points were picked up, so it puts Seattle at 22. Highest jam of the game. Already in jam number 2.
Yeah.
We've had 2 lead changes here in jam number 2.
We've had 2 lead changes. So if I were a betting man, I would bet that there's going to be at least 1 more lead change this half. But I'm going to leave it at that because don't ever put your money against the Galaxy Girls, because every time I've ever said anything even remotely disparaging about, well, they might only win this game by 50, they go out and win by 100.
Jammers are Frank the Bunny for Seattle. I'm cheating. I'm looking off the TV screen to get the jammers. From our vantage point, we can't really see them until their backs come to us in turn number 2. Gotham Jammer's number 66. Oh, no, that's the Seattle Jammer. Gotham Jammer is hung up in the pack.
There's too much black around that
there
jammer
it is. Rough
right now.
Tuft.
Rough Tuft, okay.
Claire Higgins controlling the top of the pack.
So number 36, as you can see, it's been a tough go right there for Rough Tuft, who has made it to the front of that Seattle wall a couple of times, only to be recycled and forced all the way back to have to do all that work all over again.
Yeah, cover off. Higgins went to the penalty box on a high block, so Gotham down 1 blocker.
And right there, I don't know if you saw that fist fight doing a nice shovel back, and that's about as close to going direction of gameplay as you can. Once again, very savvy skating by the Galaxy Girls right now, and that's just tacking onto their lead.
We got a low block coming in against White, number 36. That's Rough Tuft. Oh, that is the jammer.
That's causing a power jam for us right now. Oh, we got an all-about Derby power jam kicking in over here. And that is not what you want to see as a Gotham fan. You don't want to give any kind of a foothold to an already imposing opponent in Gotham. I mean, Seattle is so fantastic. It's like you want to grab your kids when they go out and jam and say, whatever you do, just don't take a track cutter, don't take a back block or a low block. And, you know, I, as a fairly experienced coach, I've been doing junior derby for 8.5 years, but it's really hard when, you know, these kids are amped up. And for Gotham, who's already played a game today, I think they'll settle in rather quickly. Just like we've seen Seattle. It might have taken them all of 2 jams, but you've noticed they've settled down.
They didn't send their jammer to the penalty box this jam.
Exactly.
Although Gotham did, so there's been a jammer in the penalty box every jam so far. 6 points were picked up by Seattle on that last set of whistles, makes a score 28-10. Threatening Thunder on the line for Seattle and Rough Tuft on the line for the Gotham Girls Junior Derby All-Stars.
Yeah, these are some incredibly athletic kids from both teams here. And where you're going to see the difference is, once again, Seattle, they have the pedigree, they have the experience. This is something where you got to come in as a Galaxy Girls player or fan or coach thinking, okay, we have to do our job. Where, Gotham's kind of shooting the moon here to see what they can do damage-wise against this team, because it's really hard to find a weakness in the armor because no one's found it in 4 seasons.
That's all 5 points for Thunder. Great block by Jamaray to spring Thunder on the initial pass, on allowing Thunder to pick up lead.
Yeah, Rough Tough still working really hard against that back tripod right now. Seattle is really on lockdown. It's impressive to see teams with this much discipline at the junior level.
Megalas now in the back of the pack in a great position for a star pass if there's going to be one. But no, another 5-point pass. And the jam is called.
Yeah, Coach Luna apparently has something to say, so I think she's gonna. Is she gonna burn that, or she's just getting her 30 seconds worth of ear time in? She's doing a little chewing on the ear right now.
Yes.
Yeah, she's this early in the game. I highly doubt Coach Luna is gonna burn an official review, but she's expressing a little opinion right now to the officiating crew out there.
If you have any questions about the awesome action you're seeing this weekend, then you can use the hashtag #TalkToJRDA to chat with us on Twitter. And don't forget to follow the Junior Roller Derby Association on Twitter using @JRDA_ROCKS.
Because JRDA does indeed rock.
Indeed. We've had a scoreboard adjustment. We put some time back on the score, so the jam clock now reading 21 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the first period. Score is 38-10 in favor of Seattle. Penalty box has 1 skater in it. That is the pivot for Seattle. Gotham at full strength. And there's a lead jammer. Second lead jam of the game for Gotham. That is number 25, Smacklemore.
Now, earlier today, Smacklemore had a fantastic game in their opening round versus the Crooked River Roller Girls.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, she really asserted herself as a solid jammer. I'd fathom she was probably in the 75% to 80% range in getting lead. Early in the game, that was a real back-and-forth game with that Crooked River Gotham game this morning. But
Smacklemore picks up a small slam. All the points save 1, so 4 points for the Gotham girls, only their second lead jam, and shuts out Bella DeBrawl before Bella was just about to score, and that's why Smacklemore called off the jam.
Once again, Smacklemore, real heads-up jammer, also pays really close attention to her coaching staff. Wasn't going to give up any points. When you're behind, it's all about point protection.
We've got the Iron Rabbit going up against Killer Vegan. So a lot of really vicious vegetable eaters.
Well, there you go. I mean, if you've got a Killer Vegan, what is more vegan, I suppose, than a rabbit?
Than an Iron Rabbit.
Absolutely.
So lead has gone to Gotham again. That's 2 in a row for the Gotham Girls Junior All-Stars.
But will we get a Frank the Bunny Iron Rabbit head-to-head?
I don't think you will, because they're on the same team.
It's got to be a dream. They got to play. They got to play some All-Stars. There was no points on that second pass there.
So our excellent producer is Death Nella. Is that our first scoreless jam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nella says that is indeed our first scoreless jam. Penalty box is empty. We will have 80 wheels ablazing. Who's got the silver skirt for you guys?
Oh, that's Threatening Thunder.
Threatening Thunder. And Smacklemore on the line for the Gotham All-Stars. Low block coming in. That's on the Gotham pivot. Lead jam goes to Threatening Thunder.
Yep, so that's Quest Shove going to the box wearing the pivot stripe for Gotham on that one.
Open outside line. Great positional blocking by those 2 Seattle blockers down there on the outside of the backstretch.
That's real smart blocking right there. They saw Thunder coming up around the corner there, and they've probably got some nonverbal communication going on. But
and the Thunder rolls.
Yeah, Thunder rolled, and it was like synchronicity. It was beautiful. Those 2 end blockers just kind of made sure that she had room on the outside. She got her pass, called it off.
What's 14 times 3?
Good Lord, that would be 42 points.
We got a 3-1 margin on the board, 42-14.
Ooh, math is tough, but I did go to engineering school for 5 years.
Jammers are out there. We'll tell you who they are as soon as we know. Number 180 on the black team is Rival E. And on the white team.
We've got Rough Tough jamming out there again.
There you go.
Number 36.
Is this Rival E's first jam?
I believe it is.
Picks up not only lead jam, but gets all 5 points. Initial completed by Gotham. No penalty to kill. In fact, there's a Gotham skater in the box, so you want to call it off and keep that Gotham skater in the box. Start off with a pack advantage for the next set of whistles.
Yep.
9 points picked up by Seattle.
It's all about getting that lead jam status, and right there, smart clock management, allowing yourself once again to have that one blocker pack advantage coming into the next one. That's just super simple stuff. It's hard for some people to fathom. You're looking at a bunch of teenagers, and they're making it look easy.
Yep. We have a timeout on the track. Timeout charged to Gotham Girls Junior Derby. You are watching WFTDA.TV. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the 2018 WFTDA Continental Cups. They're going to be streamed live on WFTDA.TV, starting with the North America East from Kalamazoo, Michigan, August 17th to 19th. That's hosted by the Kalamazoo Derby Islands.
That's right down the road from where I'm at. A little hour and a half trip from where I live in Detroit, Michigan to Kalamazoo. I'm definitely going to be sitting in the stands as a fan watching some games there.
There you go. Head on out to Kazoo if you can. Then we're going to Omaha, Nebraska for the North American West Continental Cup. That's going to be hosted by Omaha Roller Girls August 24th through 26th. And then there's one more Continental Cup, the European Continental Cup, which is going to be hosted by the Birmingham Blitz Dames. It's going to be the last weekend of October 27th and 28th in Birmingham, England.
Tidbit of trivia there is my home team, Detroit Roller Derby, will be there, as well as our host this weekend, Philly Roller Girls. So we're excited to see our teams getting a chance to go out there at the WFTDA level and show what they got.
So we got Bella DeBrawl jamming for Seattle and picking up lead jammer Killer Vegan on the line for the Gotham Juniors All-Stars. Whistle coming in, track cut. Oh, it's a power jam for Seattle. That track cut being called on Killer Vegan.
Yep, that's an all-about Derby power jam coming your way, folks. And I got to tell you, once again, Seattle, don't give them any help because they're really good to begin with. And they're going to take the points. They're going to call it really quick right there. They're going to grab 5. They're going to reset. I think they're going to come out real strong again right here, knowing that they've got not only the jammer advantage, but once again, experience, the clock. Everything's working in the Derby Brats' favor right now. So the Galaxy girls are definitely in control right now, and what you're going to notice is a lot of communication. Once again, this is one of the best teams as far as listening to their coaching staff.
Sure.
And the skaters really understand each other. If you watch their movement, they're very in tune.
Gotham hasn't scored in 5 jams, Nella points out. We have an official timeout on the track right now. Just an official timeout. No coaches are out on the track. Nobody seems to be trying to turn this into anything that it's not. You do see the referees actually, Jim Higgins was out. Jim Reaper was out on the track in between the lines during the official timeout.
I think he was there more just to extend some extra communication and directives towards the skaters than anything else.
Going to start as a power jam. Killer Vegan starting in the penalty box for Gotham. Iron Rabbit jamming for Seattle, picking up lead jammer before she even gets to that pivot line.
So far, Team Hassenpfeffer showing really well in this game.
Wascoey. Track cut. Who's it on? One of the Gotham skaters. 666 is Little Orphan Slammy. So all 5 points, the Iron Rabbit. Star Stash. Gotham's able to complete their initial pass. And so the Iron Rabbit kills off the gem, calls off the gem.
Yep, Iron Rabbit did a little quick check off to the bench as she was coming around that straightaway to see what Coach Luna was looking for. And Coach Luna said, go ahead and call it.
Hey, Daryl B. Payne, what's 14 times 5?
That's way too much word, but it sounds like 70.
There you go. We got a 5-1 margin showing on the board. Seattle outpacing the Gotham girls. True 5-1, scoring 5 points for every one Gotham scores. Gotham hasn't scored in 6 jams.
It's been a streak. It's been at least 5 since they put one on the board, I believe. So I think 6 is correct.
Lee Jam is threatening Thunder. Smacklemore trying to fight her way through the pack for the Gotham Girls Junior All-Stars. Nice blocking by Gotham, forcing Thunder to the infield. Oh, Thunder picks up a track cut. So this is a power jam for the Gotham Girls Juniors All-Stars. And Smacklemore completes the initial pass.
Smacklemore had a little bit of help on the front end. She got pretty far into that pack, but then that last line of defense got her run back all the way to the back. Sharp play and smart play by the Galaxy girls in controlling and limiting this to probably only one free pass.
You know, both teams also have stars. We got the Galaxy girls and the All-Stars. It's a heavenly match out there.
So many stars. It's like the whole Milky Way came out just for us. Good defense right there by Gotham to prevent Threatening Thunder from making that inside move. She saw an opening but got nudged out. That's good protection on that inside line.
Scoring pass, small slam, 4 points for Threatening Thunder.
And Smacklemore's grabbed her 4 points on that pass as well.
Yeah, neither jammer can stop the jam. Oh, we got another track cut. Back to the penalty box for Threatening Thunder. 2 track cuts in the same jam.
Now that is very unusual for the Galaxy girls.
This is the medicine that the Gotham girls needed. They've already trimmed it from a 5-1 margin to a 4-1 margin.
You keep throwing these fractions at me. I'm gonna have to get out a calculator. This is getting crazy.
A little tip of the cap to Statman if you're listening at home.
Well, I grew up, quote unquote, in the sport of roller derby, learning from the indomitable force of NSOing that is AK 40 ounce. Not only is he an announcer, but he was one of the original stat rats that helped create the basis for the whip to stat book that we still use today.
Gotham picks up 8 points there at 22. Seattle picks up 4 points of their own there at 74. And Threatening Thunder has 3 track cuts, 2 of them picked up on that last jam. So already 3 penalties on Threatening Thunder as the jammer. And going to be starting this jam in the penalty box. Killer Vegan taking the star for the Gotham Junior Derby All-Stars. But Threatening Thunder gets lead jam.
Undeterred, despite starting this jam actually in the box, she is the first skater legally through the pack, and therefore grabs lead jam. And as you can see, Threatening Thunder looking back, but Luna's letting her run this pack a little bit.
Some contact after the 4th whistle, but nothing worthy of a penalty. And so 4 points each team makes the score 78-26. And I'm going to ask you what 26 times 3 is.
26 times 3 is
26 times 3.
Yeah, 26 times 3 is what they need to make it 78.
There you go. They need to triple their score.
So what we're looking at is what we would call a 3-to-1 ratio at this point in time. Death Nell is cracking up over here at our mathematical wizardry that we've got going on.
Either that or humoring us. Rival E is the jammer for Seattle. Rough Tuft is the jammer for Gotham Girl, but Rival E has picked up lead.
Quite possibly more of the latter. Death Nell is probably amused that we're nerdy as we are.
So if you're looking at the display on the screen, underneath each team you'll see some long bars and then a dot. Those represent the timeouts and the official review. So Seattle has all 3 of their timeouts left and their official review. Gotham only has 2 timeouts left in their official review.
So it's not Morse code .. dot?
I was trying to figure out, like, is that how many times they've got lead jammer? And it's like, well, why are there only 3 bars? Finally figured it out. You probably knew that all along.
Oh, we both knew that all along.
Rival E's got 4. Rough Tufts has yet to clear the pack on their initial.
Yeah, Rough Tuft is struggling right now. When Seattle's got full strength out there in defense, it's very difficult for anybody to get a pass.
So another 2 points picked up by Seattle for a total of 11. Makes the score Hold on, wait for it. They haven't been put on the board yet. There it is. Oh, a total of 12 makes the score 90-29. Gotham did pick up 3. So hanging right on there on that 3-1 margin, just 1 point shy on the Gotham side from a true 3-1 margin. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in the game. Hey, right after the Junior Roller Derby Championships, there's going to be the Junior Roller Derby World Cup. We'll tell you more about that after this set of whistles. Who's out there on the jammer line? Daryl B. Payne.
Well, right now is actually who is actually going to go and sit in the box. We've got number 25 for Gotham, Smacklemore, taking a trip to the penalty box. So this is a power jam for Seattle. And
yeah, number 66. That's Frank the Bunny, has lead and already a grand slam.
Yeah, made very short work of that first pass opportunity right there.
Nice job by Quest Shove on the inside, forcing the Bunny to the infield.
They've got Claire Higgins doing the work right now. She was paired up with Sugar Cookies, who was bracing her. That forced the Bunny to go all the way back down and around back to the inside. So it bought them a little bit of time, and it slowed down the scoring on that.
And look what it did. It accounts for 10% of their score, and it puts them at the century mark. 10 points puts Seattle at 100.
So we've got a 71-point differential right now in favor of the Galaxy Girls.
So telling you about the World Cup, you can join us live on twitch.tv on Monday, July 23rd and Tuesday, July 24th for the Junior Roller Derby World Cup, streaming live by the WFTDA. Head to twitch.tv/WFTDA and watch both days for free.
That's awesome. What in this world can you get for free?
Especially roller derby of this caliber.
Absolutely. And the thing I'm most excited about is we get to see Team Europe for the first time and Great Britain for the first time.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Bella DeBrawl has lead jam. Oh, and a nice apex leave by Bella DeBrawl.
That was
Picks
smooth.
up 5 points in addition to her lead jam. Killer Vegan is the jammer for Gotham, and she is headed to the penalty box. Did you see the call, Nella? I think it was a low block, but I don't want to speculate.
Yeah, literally shortly after that star made it into her hand, there was some contact. I believe it was skate to skate, so I agree. I think that was a low block.
Oh, we got a penalty, so we're going to have a full 2-minute jam. Lead is lost by Bella DeBrawl, and Vegan is sprung from the penalty box. Bella DeBrawl will be serving a discounted penalty.
Yep, that's the trade-off with jammers. You will serve what the original jammer had served and serve that only, so it's probably only going to be about a 13-second penalty.
And you are right, Bella DeBrawl already back in play. Yes, just as in physics, nature abhors a vacuum, in roller derby, we abhor a jammerless jam.
Remember the good old days with minor penalties and jammerless jams?
Sometimes I feel like a jammerless jam.
I do prefer the shorter penalties as a coach. It forces your skaters to be just a little bit more cognizant and a little more active. You can't get away with as much passive action out there on the floor, which is kind of funny because that's a oxymoron, passive action.
2 5-point passes for Bella DeBrawl. Killer Vegan finally completes that initial pass. Might have made it into the pack for points and did.
Looks like they're ringing out one.
One for White brings them up to 30-14 for Seattle, puts them at 114. Terms Grand Slam and Small Slam come to you courtesy of Bridge. If you think a Grand Slam came from baseball, you are wrong. It is from contract card games, and it means all the points you can score. So in baseball, all the points you can score is 4. In roller derby, all the points you can score is 5. Small Slam, all the points you can score, save 1. Meanwhile, out on the track, the Iron Rabbit picks up lead jammer for Seattle. Rough, tough jamming for the Gotham Junior All-Stars.
And Iron Rabbit living up to the name right there. That was a shoulder drop, unassisted pass to get lead, but
we got
right
a penalty.
now to the box.
Back block called on the Iron Rabbit, so this is another 2-minute jam. Is that 2 in a row?
Back-to-back.
Back-to-back 2-minute jams.
Well, this is exciting. This keeps the game flowing freely here. As you can see, the Galaxy girls are buckling down a little bit. They know that their jammer is going to be serving a penalty here, and they know this jam's going the distance. They have buttoned it up quite a bit.
Seattle losing another blocker to the penalty box.
So we have a jammer and pack advantage, both working in favor for Gotham.
Number 10, that's Wheels of Mass Destruction. It looked like she was calling for the star pass and got checked while she was doing it. So that didn't come to fruition. 4-point pass for the Iron Rabbit.
That was an opportunity right there, kind of missed by Gotham, where their jammer got to the front of the pack and got bumped out, and everyone was paying attention to that. And guess what? The other jammer for the Galaxy Girls has slid right on through.
Surprise.
Yep.
You'd think an Iron Rabbit would make a lot of clanking noises.
Well, this is a well-oiled machine, the Galaxy Girls.
Indeed. Lewis coming in from the outside. That's a forearm penalty. Who's leaving? It's the Gotham pivot. Another 5-point pass for Seattle. 3 points were picked up by Gotham, and 2 minutes ends the jam. So we are sitting with 4 minutes and change left to play in the first half, 127-33.
And for those that have been fans of the sport, as I have been since its inception in the junior world, you are seeing a very classic style Galaxy Girls game. Extremely stingy, extremely tough defense with a blend of some very flashy but very strong jamming. It's not just speed with them, it's some power too. And there's an exhibition of it right there.
A 96-point lead right now for Seattle. And lead jam goes to Threatening Thunder. Macklemore finds the inside line, able to complete her initial pass.
Yeah, Threatening Thunder opposed and having to do a little bit of run back on that, only to turn that corner and see her opposing jammer coming at her, decides to just call that one off. That's a smart move.
Yep. Oh, I see you coming. You're not getting any points.
You know, more often than not, I see juniors see that opportunity coming right at them, and they don't want nothing to do with it. They're like, no, you're not on my watch. You're not getting any points. If you've got that power of lead jam, take advantage of it.
Out there on jammer line right now, we have Rival E going up against Killer Vegan. Lead jam goes to Rival E.
Killer Vegan getting a little bit of waterfall action, or as we like to call it, the business from the Galaxy Girls there. She kept getting up to the last blocker, but everyone recycled back around her.
All 5 points for Rival E. Star has been passed to the Gotham pivot. That is Quest Shove, number 616 on the white team.
And I like that. Rival E knows the other jammer's out, looks over to her bench. Coach Luna's like, let's go ahead and call this one, and bam, drops the hammer. No points being allowed.
All right, so you are watching the 2018 Junior Roller Derby Association Championships live all weekend on WFTA.tv. Stay tuned all weekend for 2 tracks of action from the Open Division and Female Division Championships hosted by the Junior Roller Derby Association and Philly Roller Derby.
And if you just jumped in right now, we have a 105-point lead in favor of the Galaxy Girls from the Seattle Derby Brats over the Gotham Girls out of New York City. And we've got just about a minute and a half left in the first half of this game.
Macklemore picked up lead jammer for the Gotham Junior All-Stars. Frank the Bunny is the jammer for the Galaxy Girls. Puts to mind the Schoolhouse Rock Interplanet Janet. She's a Galaxy Girl.
And if you didn't notice, there was a lot of spiraling going on by the jammer on that one. And they'll pick up 4 points and call it. Very smart jam by Macklemore.
Oh, first 0-4 Seattle since jam number 5. First time Seattle has been held scoreless since jam number 5. Pretty impressive showing by the Galaxy Girls. Bella Brawl out on the line for the team in black. Killer Vegan on the line for the team in white. 101-point lead for Seattle. Hey, back-to-back lead jams for the Gotham Junior All-Stars. When was the last time they had back-to-back jams?
I'm going to say that's the only time they've had back-to-back lead jams.
There you go. I guess you'd have to go back to the previous game when they...
Yeah, they may have strung a few back-to-back lead jams against Crooked River, but that has not happened in this game. This is the first, so let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
So there is more time left in the jam than there is in the period. Jam will run to its natural conclusion once that halftime clock reaches 0. That's all 5 points for Killer Vegan. Bella DeBro out of the penalty box, but on their initial pass.
Yeah, I think Coach Jim basically just said, you know what, run as much of the clock out as you can. See if you can get a few more points, because Killer Vegan looked over to the bench and he didn't even have a response where he's just like, just go.
Nice.
Looks like we're going to be trading 4-pointers there.
Oh, that was just the initial pass for Seattle. Total of 9 picked up by the Gotham girls. Seattle completes their initial pass, and we are at halftime. 46 times 3, what is it?
Oh, you've got
Gerald
to be
Payne.
kidding me.
Oh my God, back to that 3-1 margin.
How do we get back to a 3-1 margin?
All right, it is halftime here. We're going to take a little break, give Death Nella a chance to do some math for us. We'll come back with some cogent statistical analysis for you in just a bit.
Sounds like a plan. Everybody stay tuned. This game isn't over yet.
Cheers.
She's rocking over there. Death Nella's doing a fantastic job.
Seattle has 15 lead jams. Gotham has 5 lead jams. Nella points out that's right on pace for that 3-1 margin in terms of the score. Then in terms of box trips, this might surprise you. Seattle Jammers have been to the penalty box 7 times. Gotham Jammers have only been to the penalty box 4 times. Star passes, Seattle has had none. Gotham has had 2. One went to Quest Shove, and one went to Sugar Cookies. In terms of penalties, each team has 1 skater with 3 penalties. Quest Shove has 3 for the Gotham Girls Junior Derby All-Stars. And for the Seattle Derby Brats Galaxy Girls, Threatening Thunder has 3 penalties. All of Threatening Thunder's penalties have come as jammer, and they've all been track cuts. Nobody else has 1, 2. Most skaters have none, so a very, very clean game.
I wish all of my kids' games were this clean.
Seattle a total of 11 penalties and Gotham a total of 9. So slightly more foully, but certainly paying off in terms of the margin on the scoreboard.
Well, absolutely. When they have the lead jam, they have been taking care of their business. They've been extremely good about point control. They haven't given up a lot of points. If they've maintained lead and not had one of those penalties, they've shut them out. So it's me screwing things up over here, apparently. Death Knell is giving me the you need to fix that mic location
move your
right
mic
now.
closer to your face.
You realize if you were from the Great Lakes region, A, they'd never give me a microphone. B, they'd never put me on the internet. And C, they wouldn't tell me to put the mic closer to my mouth.
Put something over your face, please.
I actually, to my knowledge, in junior roller derby, have been the only coach who, an opposing coach, went to the officials and said, my kids cannot hear me over the other team's coach. And they glared at me and said, my kids can't hear me. And I said, get better set of lungs. I don't know what to tell you.
Hearing aids. Miracle Ear for roller derby. S1 helmets now with Miracle Ear.
They should have that. You know, in football, they actually have the earpieces now for designated captains on offense and defense. Maybe that's one of the next steps for the sport of roller derby. Who knows?
Who knows? These teams are raring to go. They've been out on the track for the last 30 seconds. They can't wait for this second half to get underway. Penalty box is empty, so we will be at full strength. We're starting up at the pivot line. Little flashback to 2012.
I am. I'm having flashbacks. I haven't seen a pivot line start in this game yet today, so that's a fascinating retro move right there by both teams.
Smacklemore is the jammer for Gotham, and picking up lead is Threatening Thunder. for Seattle.
Yeah, she's got about a quarter track lead over Smacklemore right now, but what do you want to bet? Threatening Thunder hits it and quits it.
Seattle losing a blocker to the penalty box. So a slight pack advantage to the Gotham All-Stars.
Now, this is a little bit of a different strategy from Seattle from what we saw in the first half. They're going to let them run these jams, even though the other jammer was in a scoring position. That's 4 points.
Indeed. Jam is called, 3 points picked up by Seattle.
I think that's all of the generosity you're going to see from a lead jam status with the Galaxy girls in control of that lead. They picked up 3 on that, so that brings our score to 141-50 right now. But that's definitely something you don't see a lot of with Seattle, is allowing points when they have lead.
I shall let you. I'll allow it. I'll allow you to have these points. My beneficence.
It did seem very benefactorish.
Killer Vegan on the line for the Gotham Junior All-Stars. Still trying to parse out who that jammer is for Seattle. Number 180 is Rival E. Rival E picks up lead jam.
There was a little bit of skate-on-skate contact as she gained lead status, but dusted herself off quick and got back out front and is making a scoring run now. That was a power move right there by Rival E. 5 points. Yep, the thumb is up.
Oh, the thumb's tucked in.
Is it?
Yep. I don't know why.
Well, you know, it's that hockey puck netting that we're looking through again. I thought I saw a thumb.
It was clearly tucked in, but I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't get it. There was no pass, no penalty indicated. There was no reason why it wouldn't have been all 5. 5 points there.
Yeah, that's a
star pass.
Interesting tidbit.
Second star pass to Sugar Cookies.
Now, I'm not going to lose sleep over that 1 point from the previous pass, but I am curious, like you, why that wasn't awarded a 5th point.
Seattle loses its pivot to the penalty box.
As you can see, both packs seem to be a little bit tighter right now than they were when this jam first began. They've definitely gotten it together, so to speak, and they're locking it down a little bit.
4 point pass for Sugar Cookies. And a 4 point pass for Rival E. Team swapping 4s. So Sugar Cookies forced to the infield. The jam was called off. 13 points picked up by Seattle. 4 points picked up by Gotham. 154-54. A 100-point lead for the Galaxy girls.
You know, you couldn't throw me a lob and say, hey, what is 54 plus 100? The easiest mathing we could have done today. And yes, I said mathin', because mathin' is not easy.
Mathin' be hard. All right, penalty box is empty. Number 66, black jammer, is Frank the Bunny. And the white jammer is
shrouded in mystery by a black wall.
Do we have 60? Do we have a paddle of 66s? No,
that's
it's 36.
Rough Tuft.
Rough Tuft. We could see Little Orphan Slammy against Frank the Bunny, and then we'd have all kinds of 6s on the jammer line.
It would be time to go and play some numbers.
And the numbers would be 6. Forearm is the penalty on the call on the Seattle pivot, number 10. That is Wheels of Mass Destruction. Lead jam has gone to Rough Tuft. Gotham's first lead jam of the half.
And they're making the most of it. They pulled all 5 of the points on that first pass. Frank the Bunny got tied up a little bit there, but it looks like we've got
track cut.
Rough
Tuft. Oh, and a misconduct. 2 penalties. Not sure exactly what the nature of the misconduct was, but it doesn't really matter. That's a full minute in the penalty box. Cover off, new jammer for the black team.
We have a star pass.
Number 10, Wheels of Mass Destruction. First star pass for Seattle. Nala points out.
I think they just wanted a fresh set of legs to run out the rest of this jam. Oh,
track cut call.
The scourge of jamming, the track cut.
And so the jam ends with both jammers in the penalty box. This is kind of a fun situation. I think they're both going to stay there to start the next jam. This is one of those few situations where roller derby will tolerate momentarily a jammerless jam.
Now what happens here is the pair of penalties that were assessed to Gotham, the first one's going to be
knocked 30 seconds off of.
Absolved, and the 30 seconds are basically gone. So there's going to be a very short penalty here.
And indeed,
Seattle.
Rough Tuft already back in.
Yep.
Well, the Rough Tuft's already back in, and the other one just went in. Oh, there you go. 10, right, already out of the penalty box.
Yeah, that's what my brain was thinking, but my mouth failed to mention, is that was going to be a very short penalty to be served for Seattle, because we rolled through that first penalty already for Rough Tuft, so it was very shortly into that second penalty. That's why I knew it was going to be a quick trade-off.
Multiplayer at the top of the pack sends a Seattle skater to the penalty box. Lead jam has gone to Gotham.
Rough Tuft with the lead, looking to chip away a little bit at that Seattle cushion.
Jammer number is 411, so believe there's been a star pass from Wheels of Mass Destruction to Fist Fight. Or was Fist Fight always the, no, Wheels of Mass Destruction started as the jammer. So star pass to Fist Fight.
Yes, that was that carryover on the penalty that had Wheels of Mass Destruction as the jammer at the end of the previous jam.
Gotcha. So another 3 points picked up by Gotham, 66, 156 for Seattle. What's 15 minus 6?
We got 90.
90-point lead for Seattle.
And I'd like to thank Michigan Technological Engineering for making sure that I still remember how to add and or subtract most of the time.
I had a summer where I was a bank teller. That's, I think, what really nailed it down for me.
That'll do it. You handle that much cash, you'd better be on point.
Jammers right now, number 20 on the black team is Bella DeBraw. And for the white team, Smacklemore is at number 25. Bella DeBraw picks up lead jam for Seattle.
Some solid jockeying position right there by the Galaxy girls, and it opened up a seam right on the inside of the track for 5 points.
Seattle has Claire trapped back there at the back of the pack. So you close off the inside, I'll go outside. You close off the outside, I'll go inside. I'm getting my points either way. 2 5-point passes, 3 5-point passes for Bella DeBraw.
Like using a pitchfork for an umbrella.
Eating soup with a fork. One more point picked up by Seattle. Total of 16.
Yeah, Seattle has the ability to impose their will on a lot of teams, and this is no different from the 2 games of theirs that I was able to catch earlier this season on the stream. Is that they kind of just slowly get out and grind, and next thing you know is they build the lead, and they build on it. They probably all could get honorary memberships in the Mason Society.
I was thinking of the Dozers from Fraggle Rock. Just build, 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 build. Lead jam goes to the Iron Rabbit.
Well, I was going with Masons because of their rock-solid walls and the fact that they build.
Yeah, but they're so culty. No offense to any Masons out there. If you're listening and you're a Mason, I had an uncle who was a Mason. Meanwhile, out on the track, Iron Rabbit has lead jam against Killer Vegan and is through for all 5 points. Megalas picks up the star for the Gotham Juniors. That's number 9, inheriting the star. Or not inheriting so much as being bequeathed.
Yes, that was an inheritance right there.
Covers on. Another 5-point pass for the Iron Rabbit. Whistle bleed deceived me for a second. There was a call off on the track behind us, and I was like, why are they still skating? Another 5-point pass for the Iron Rabbit. Initial pass completed by Megalass. And 2 minutes does it. There was not a call off there. That just went the full 2. 15 points picked up by Seattle, no points, and we are 1 point shy. No, I'm wrong. We are 9 points shy of a 3-1 margin again.
You realize my capacity for mathematics is about to hit its upper limit.
Penalty box is empty. No, it's like, yeah, enough of your math. Stop it. Let's use words from now on. Lead jam is lead jam is Threatening Thunder. Jamming for Gotham is Smacklemore.
And Smacklemore has worked her way out of the front of that pack, so she is going to try a scoring pass, but Threatening Thunder is having none of that.
1 point picked up by Seattle.
Deficit now, I believe, is 124 points. Once again, we're testing the upper limits of my mathematics.
Penalty box once again empty. Seattle has its full contingent of timeouts. Gotham has used one. Both teams have their official reviews. Killer Vegan jamming for Gotham. Jammer for Seattle. Oh, nice move by number 180, Rival E, getting underneath the block of the Gotham. I think that was Higgins you got underneath. Wow, right up the middle, splits the uprights and picks up lead jammer.
That was literally toe stop to rope, and that was fantastic footwork and track awareness, knowing that she had a little bit of room and took advantage of it.
Got a penalty on one of the Seattle skaters, so a slight pack advantage for the Gotham juniors. Nice blocking by that pivot at the top of the pack. That's fist fight. Spin move for 5.
I think Killer Vegan did one more rotation than she realized she had room for and actually stepped right out of play on that, not understanding that had she taken one less step, she would have been free to go. And that was 5 more points right there for Seattle.
Killer Vegan's jersey says Gutter Cup, so for a second I was confused as to who was out there, but double checking, and number 4 is in fact Killer Vegan.
Yep, and it used to be Glitter Cup, actually.
Ah. Star was passed right at the very end, but never put on. I don't know what the protocols are on that. Do you get credit for the star pass if you don't actually put the star on? Academic at this point, Seattle's up over the 2-century mark. 13 points on that jam. Is that the highest jam of this half? No. Highest jam of this half is a 16-point jam in jam number 5 by Bella de Brawl.
We are about to get this next jam underway. We are at full strength for both teams at this point.
Wow. Nice job by number 20 on the black team. That is Bella de Brawl picking up lead jam for the Galaxy girls.
For those that may not have caught that, depending on, I'm not sure what you saw or if you blinked, but that was Afro Jamurai opening up the inside on that turn to spring her jammer. That was really nice offensive block work.
Sugar Cookies is wearing the star for the Gotham All-Stars, number 13 on the white team. Gestures coming in furiously, but no whistles, no pass, no penalty being thrown up. 5 points On the board for Brawl. Another 5.
That group of Masons is doing a wonderful job out there again. Now they are locking it down.
Building walls.
Building walls. Concrete walls at that.
That golden ratio. Right now it's about 3.5 to 1. Or 7 to 2. Sugar Cookies completes her initial pass. 5 more points for Bella DeBrawl. She's got 20. That ties the highest jam of the half. And accounts for 10% of her team's score. 1 point picked up by Sugar Cookies makes the score 223 to 67.
Once again, if you want to get involved, we have hashtag #TalkToJRDA if you got questions about the awesome action going on this weekend. You're enjoying, and I hope I say that you're enjoying our call for watching this wonderful 2018 Junior Roller Derby Association Championship. While the Gotham girls are under timeout, we're going to talk to you a little bit about the 2018 WFTDA Continental Cups, which will be streamed live on WFTDA TV. That's what you're tuned into right now. Starting with the North American East, coming out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, August 17th through the 19th, hosted by the Kalamazoo Derby Darlings. Then we're going to head off to Omaha, Nebraska the next weekend for the North America West, which is the WFTDA Continental Cup hosted by the Omaha Roller Girls. That will be the 24th through the 26th of August. And the final Continental Cup will be hosted in Europe, hosted by the Birmingham Blitz Dames on October 27th through the 28th. Watch passes go on sale on the 31st of this month, so stay tuned.
Now, in between the European Cup and the and the Omaha Continental Cup, there's going to be some playoffs. There's going to be some WFTDA playoffs. One is going to be in A Coruña, Spain, hosted by As Brigantillas. That is going to be over the Labor Day weekend. And then there's going to be over the summer solstice weekend playoffs down in Atlanta, Georgia. Heading back to the track, we got Fist Fight on the line going up against Smacklemore. Fist Fight is number 411. Smacklemore is number 25. Fist Fight has picked up lead jammer for Seattle.
Yeah, Fist Fight did a nice job of splitting a seam in the back.
Oh, my goodness.
Throws an apex jump out there just to show us she's got some more.
She almost got up to our height. I think she went as high as she went far.
It was about a 5-foot forward move, but she got 3 feet up.
Yeah, parabolic arch.
Yep. That's a 5-point grand slam.
Claire Higgins makes her way to the penalty box for Gotham.
I believe that's the first time I've seen Higgins going to the box. Pretty stoic defender out there. She does not take a lot of trips to the box.
She had 2 trips to the penalty box in the first half.
Oh, really? Okay. That's why they don't let me NSO anymore.
Now Seattle losing a skater to the penalty box as well.
I don't think I've ever seen a junior derby game because fatigue starts to set in. Sometimes that initial adrenaline rush starts to fade. But typically, you do see more penalties in the second half. Some kids lose a little bit of focus, and some kids, just get a little bit tired.
Yeah, exhaustion will set in as well. His 20-point pass is already tying the highest of the half. And if there's any more points added to it, it will overtake it. And there are 2 more points, so that's the highest jam of the half. What was the highest jam of the first half? No. 22. So that ties the highest jam of the game. Who scored that 22-point jam in the first half?
Bella DeBrawl.
Bella DeBrawl.
Okay.
And who just scored that 22? 411 Fist Fight. So Fist Fight and Bella DeBrawl tied with 22 points for the high jam of the game and accounting for 20% of their scores, of their team score. Oh, it was Rival E. No worries. Iron Rabbit, Killer Vegan are one of our favorite matchups. New jammer is number 616 Quest Shove for the Gotham Juniors. Lead jam was awarded to Seattle, yes?
Yes.
Lots of things happened really quickly there. 2 points picked up by Seattle as well, 247 to 67.
That was a very short jam. I think we only got about, 40 seconds into that jam and they called it off.
But enough to get lead and 2 points.
Yep.
And a star pass. Packing in the events, keeping Death Nella's pen flying across that score sheet.
I think I see smoke coming across that paper. She's feverishly keeping us up to date on stats.
Jammers now are Threatening Thunder and Smacklemore. Threatening Thunder number 15, Smacklemore number 25. Penalty box is empty. Lead jam to Threatening Thunder.
Smacklemore finally has worked her way out of that pack. That was a tough initial pass right there.
4 points picked up by Threatening Thunder. No points scored. Oh, no, Gotham picks up 1.
Looks like it on that pass. 1 more point going into the kitty for the Gotham girls.
251 to 68. Just under 10 minutes left to play in the game. Winner's going to be playing in the semifinals tomorrow at 8 p.m. And it looks like Gotham will be playing at 4 p.m. tomorrow against the winner of the Chick Whips versus Foco, which is going to happen tomorrow at 10 a.m. Lead jam has gone to number 180. That's Rival E. Killavegan is the jammer for Gotham. Jam is called, but Killavegan did pick up 4 points.
That's a 4-4 pass, 2 pass, so that is a tit for tat, a quid pro quo, if you will. I get some, you get some, everybody goes home happy, right?
Everybody wins. 255 to 72.
I think one of the things I'm most excited about this weekend, I'm actually going to miss, which is a lot of the European teams are actually playing games around town and getting some scrimmaging in at some of the other local rinks. Like the Florida Junior Roller Girls have played against Team Europe this weekend at an off-location site, so it's really cool to know that these kids are maximizing what they're getting. I'm going to miss the World Cup, and it breaks my heart, but at the same time, I'm really excited to see these new teams getting into the pond with the established
I haven't seen hardly any of these teams. Jammer for Seattle is number 66, Frank the Bunny. Rough Tuft is jamming for Gotham. That's number 36. Lead jam has gone to Frank the Bunny. Neither jammer with points on just yet. There it is. 4 points, 5, 4 points picked up by Frank the Bunny. Did have a star pass at the very end to number 616, Kwashov. And we have an official review. Whose official review? Seattle.
I have the sinking feeling that they are looking for the legitimacy or the legality of the way that star pass actually occurred at the end of that. There's a lot of bodies all mashed up over there, and that star pass happened very close to the sideline, so there might be an issue where they're thinking that could have been an out of play, which of course is an illegal star pass.
So as soon as we know what this official review is about, we will let you know.
Now we're going to have Death Nella spiral over this fence like a ninja, climb down.
Repelling.
Yes, she will run down, find out what this official review is all about.
You have no idea her cheerleading background. She could totally manage that.
Oh, I bet she would nail a forward somersault into a perfect pike landing. I have no doubts.
If you're listening along at home, you can use the hashtag #TalkToJRDA. Share your opinions or ask some questions or just rave about the Derby that you're seeing. You can rage against the announcers that you're hearing. You can also follow us on Twitter using the handle @JRDA_rocks.
Questions, comments, compliments are all welcome. Once again, that's hashtag #TalkToJRDA. And we'll see what kind of feedback we get. We love hearing from the people that are out there. We hope you're enjoying the action that you've seen so far. And once again, we are just getting started. This is going to be a wonderful weekend.
Day one day one of 3 in the championships, and then the World Cup right behind it, hot on its heels.
Yeah, and the amazing thing is approximately a quarter of the kids that are playing in this championship tournament are in some way, shape, or form representing either Team USA East or Team USA West. So these kids are getting an amazing 5 straight days of roller derby.
And perfect time, it's summer vacation.
Yep. I think there's a lot of people in the academia world that would be really mad if we did this during the school year. And that's always been a big issue with JRDA, is trying to manage the timing of this tournament. Obviously, summers are family vacations and weddings and all that, but we are a wacky breed, us Derby folk, and we are borderline cult-like to some people's presumptions. We are very dedicated, as I like to put it, but we definitely made a good move a few years back in establishing these championship tournaments and the World Cup in the summer, because it's a little bit easier for the kids to manage the time, to find the ability to make the travel. And once again, we've got kids coming in from Australia, all over Europe, Great Britain, and Canada, along with all of our wonderful junior all-stars from teams USA East and West that will be participating. And you can catch that action live starting on Monday and Tuesday, the 23rd and 24th of July.
Yeah, but that's going to cost you a fortune, isn't it?
No, it's absolutely free when you go through the twitch.tv/WFTDA, and you will be able to enjoy this wonderful World Cup.
For free.
For free, which is my favorite price of anything ever.
All the games for me, all the games for free.
I like it a lot. And we're back underway.
Picking up lead jam is number 20, Bella DeBrawl.
Yep. Smacklemore got shoved off to the edge of the track there, still working on that initial pass. That got a little bit tripped up by her own teammate there. Smacklemore still trying to negotiate that first pass, and the green light being given by Coach Luna to continue this jam. So the Seattle Derby Brats are going to continue pushing as Bella DeBrawl is on another scoring pass.
Nella's back. She's going to give us the results of that official review.
All right, Bobby. What they were looking for, and when I say they, Seattle was looking for a low block call to be assessed to white blocker 616. That was during an apex jump. However, the refs did not have eyes on the action from beginning to end, and so they lost their official review. And that's it.
No call stands. Great, thank you very much. That jam ended with 12 points picked up by Seattle and no points picked up by Gotham. He wanted an easy math problem.
Oh, I was hoping you'd throw that lob up so I could spike it down right there. We have a 272-72 lead for the Galaxy girls, which is a 202-century mark advantage with 6 minutes to go in the game.
Jamming now, Threatening Thunder for Seattle. Threatening Thunder number 15, and the jammer for Gotham. Cover off, I believe it's number 4, Killer Vegan. It is. Five-point pass for Threatening Thunder.
Killer Vegan is trying to hand that star off and does successfully do that in play to her pivot.
That's number 616, Quest Shove, getting the star.
Coach Luna giving the green light, telling her to take another whirl around for another pass. at this point in time, I think Coach Luna is basically allowing her kids to run it a little bit to just get this clock rolling.
Sure, and when you've got a 210-point lead, you can afford to do that. Maybe put some new jammers out there, maybe get some people an opportunity to jam that might not otherwise get it. Get some of your bench players a little more game time.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something that the Galaxy girls have always been well acknowledged and noted for, is that they're going to take an opportunity to give some kids an opportunity here that may not have jammed earlier in this game to get out and do a little bit of jamming.
Timeout by Seattle, their first. They have used their official review, but this is their first team timeout.
Yep, I think that's what we're going to be seeing. As Coach Luna's given the directive to her blockers, you got someone fresh coming out here. Take good care of them all on the floor.
There you go. Only 2 leads for Gotham in the second half, and they've only gained 22 points this whole half, and Seattle's doubled their score. Seattle's more than doubled their score. So Seattle winning the second half 140-22.
That is a disparity that you do not want to be on the wrong side of. That is the burden that any team that plays an established, wonderful squad like the Galaxy girls is going to face. They're the ultimate juggernaut in the girls division. They have, once again, back-to-back championships, and I believe they've only lost a couple of regular season games in the past 4 years, which is impressive.
Looking strong right now as well. Smacklemore taking the star for Gotham right now. And for Seattle, picking up lead jam number 80, Mad Taco. Mad Taco's first appearance on the jammer line.
Absolutely. As we discussed right after the end of the previous jam before the timeout by the Galaxy girls, I think we're going to see some fresh jammers, and that's exciting to see some new names and faces wearing the star out there.
I would go mad for a taco right now myself. 4 points picked up there.
Both you and my cardiologist would disagree that I should be eating tacos at this point in time. He would probably prefer me to eat a vegan taco at this stage of my life.
5-point pass for Taco. B-team champs last year were called Hostile Talkover. They were down in Tampa. Fishing for things to say about tacos.
I'm dreaming about tacos. For those that don't know, I had a little bit of a coronary issue 3 weeks ago, so my doctors asked me to stay off of the red meat and try to take it a little bit easy.
So what, you got green meat now, blue meat? What kind of meat do they want you to go with?
Fish.
Oh. 296. Seattle 4 points away from the 3-century mark. Gotham 24 points away from the century mark. Jammers rough toughed for the Gotham juniors. And let's see who's got the star. That's number 180. Rival E. Not a new jammer at all, but an effective one and picking up lead.
And I've noticed both teams are shaking it up a little bit with who is out there in their pack. You have a couple of fresher skaters getting a little bit more playing time for both teams.
Yeah, Cookies and Scream out there hasn't been out there very much.
Yep, Cookies and Scream getting a little bit of extra work. I believe that was a 5-point pass right there for Seattle, taking them over the triple century mark.
Got a whistle coming in. That's a multiplayer. No, it's a track cut. Sorry, similar gestures. Track cut on Rival E. So a power jam for the Gotham Junior All-Stars.
Rough Tuft was looking to possibly either stash or hand off that star cover a moment ago. Just popped it back on her head when the power jam went in their favor.
So we had 2 lead changes in the first 2 jams and not another one since.
Yes, from a statistical standpoint, they're making it very easy on us to keep tabs on those things.
Rival E out of the penalty box with a vengeance. Completing that scoring pass for all 5 points.
Now I have my own little hotline and sideline text here. I noticed that Coach Dan, the man from Fort Wayne Derby Brats, sent me a text a little while ago. He's curious as to how many skaters are actually participating in both divisions this weekend. I'll tell you what, I will go through my trick bag that was produced and put together by the wonderful Scott Chicken, and I'll let you know just how many kids are dual charter rostered for this event this weekend in my next call.
20-point jam put on the board right there. So brings Seattle up to 316. 5 points for Gotham puts them at 81. There is less than a minute left in the game. This jam will run to its natural conclusion should the game clock expire mid-jam. A little bit of a Jenga down there in turn number 1. Not everybody fell, but plenty of people did.
Yeah, as we say in my house, that we needed to clean up on turn number 1.
Hey, lead jam goes to Killer Vegan. Threatening Thunder is the jammer for Seattle. Nice block in the back of the pack by 789, 7 skate 9. Taking turns, closing off that outside line. We've got a back block coming in. Who's it on? Back block on one of the Seattle skaters. Threatening Thunder picks up 4 points.
I believe that was 7 skate 9 that actually picked up that back block.
All right. 4 points also picked up, and that is an unofficial final. Oh, hold on. 4 points tacked on there at the end, so it's a 324 to 85 unofficial final.
We're going to keep you folks on the line for just a few moments more as we make this official. That's the sound that we were waiting for right there. That is the official end of the game whistle. The score is now final. Seattle Derby Brats Galaxy Girls, your number 2 seed in this tournament, they have moved on to tomorrow's semifinal. They will be playing again, and we're looking at a 324 to 85 ending score here. Gotham came out, brought a really good fight, showed a lot of moxie, and as young a team as they are, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more out of them in the rest of this tournament, as well as I think we're going to see them back here again next year.
I would not be surprised at all by that. Although they looked really well handled by Seattle in this game, they looked really great against Crooked River earlier.
Yeah.
So there's lots of abilities and talents on that roster to be developed, and but Seattle will have their work cut out for them next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and when you look at obviously in the Northeast, there are a few less competitive all-girls division teams, so Gotham has to be somewhat of a juggernaut in this next year, in my opinion. They've got to get out, play a few more tournaments like they did this year to start ramping that experience caliber up. When you have those experiences of like the Wild West Showdowns and the Big O and the former tournaments they used to have for regionals in the Pacific Northwest, when you had the top 5 teams in the world almost exclusively playing each other for 3 straight years, you see what that has developed in the juggernaut team that we have out here in the Seattle Derby Brats. And just like last year, I think we've got 4 or 5 of those kids that are aging out this year, but they aged out 6 before last year's championships and still managed to win again. So
Gotham only losing 2 for the aging out. Unfortunately, one of them is Claire Higgins, who's one of the powerhouses on that team.
Absolutely.
So I think it's about time to sign us off on behalf of Daryl B. Payne and our producer, Death Nella. This is Bobby Narco wishing you peace, love, and roller derby.
We'll see you on the flip side, everybody.